Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you have been following my channel, you know that I have been covering a lot of tools, LLMs, frameworks and toolkits every day. There are few tools which really grab your attention and AgentQL is one of them. In this video, we are going to have an in-depth look at AgentQL, including its installation, Chrome extension and hands-on usage. AgentQL is an AI-powered query language that uses natural language selectors for web scraping and automation. It offers resilient, self-healing, cross-site compatible queries and structured data so you can write your script once and execute anywhere. So what sort of problem this AgentQL is trying to solve? Well, there are many where it can be proven very useful. First and foremost, AgentQL addresses the challenge of scraping data and elements across multiple websites. It works on any page, whether it's public or private. Private means it may be your intranet site, maybe it's behind some sort of authentication, or it could be your public website. AgentQL resilience ensure that whenever the page structure changes, it continues to return consistent results, eliminating the need for ongoing script maintenance. Its reusability lets you use the same code on multiple similar pages and sites to save time. You can define the shape of your data yourself through structured output defined in the query, similar to GraphQL. I already have covered GraphQL in few of previous videos, and if you watch those videos and then compare it to this AgentQL, you are going to definitely appreciate the usability, effectiveness, and above all, ease of use of this AgentQL tool. One of the most common use cases which I can immediately think of, and which is also one of the most commonly asked questions in the comments on the channel, is creation of datasets from websites. You can use AgentQL to scrape the data from website and then create a dataset out of it. If you have been working with AI models for your own use cases, you need your own data, which could be on your internet website, or it could be even from public websites. This data is paramount when it comes to AI model fine tuning and training, and that is where AgentQL ensures quality of this data as you scrape it, and then you can use it to generate your own data set. Remember, quality data set is cornerstone of any quality AI model, and this AgentQL delivers you that quality. Okay, now let's try to play with this AgentQL and see how it works. And the good thing is there are multiple ways you can play around with it. I would highly suggest go to their website, which is agentql.com, and then on the top right you see that they say get API key. It's a free API key which you can get. So click on it, and then it is going to ask you to log in. You can either log in with your GitHub or Google with OAuth, or you could just sign up. So let me log in to the AgentQL, and as soon as you sign up and then sign in, you will be presented with this screen. Also on the top right you can see there's a playground, which I will show you shortly. There are a few dogs, and then if you toggle this button at the top right, it converts it into dark. And I personally like dark themes, especially it looks really cool on AgentQL's website because their interface is quite cool. So when you switch on the dark mode, it really makes it quite visible. Anyway, so let me create my API key, and just click on this one. It is creating it for you, and this is my key. And don't worry, I'm going to rotate it afterwards, and it is free, so don't steal my key. Uh, okay, so the key has been created. Now you need to copy it first time, so I didn't copy it, so I'm just going to delete it, and then let's create another one, and let me copy it and save it locally. So we have the API key now, and you can see that this has been created now, and you can also check out its usage. Now let's try to play around with it. The best way of doing it to get started is to just click on this playground on the top right, and then from here you can start playing with it. So you see, as an example, we have this Y Combinator website, which is also visible on the right hand side, and these are the simple AgentQL or query language which you can use. And you can either go with fast mode, which prioritizes speed over accuracy, or you can switch it on, but let me just keep it switched off. And then just click on fetch data here, and it is fetching the data from the right hand side. And you can also see the status here where it is running the query. And if I scroll down a little, you will shortly see that it is just going to grab. Sorry, let me show you the query again. So you see these are the job categories, jobs, and company name and role. Very intuitive. So if you just scroll down, this is what it has returned by scraping that web page quite quickly. So you see it has returned as job categories and this is the format we gave it, and it has returned as job categories, jobs, company name, and then the role. There you go. You see how good is that? And this is just a JSON format which you can easily use in any code. And if you have created the data set ever, you know what I'm saying, because if you get a data in JSON format, you can just simply use it in any data set format, whether it is ChatML or for any ChatML compatible LLMs or any other share GPT or whatever you like. And even you can just specify columns or omit them. Also, there is a lot of help available. For example, you see there is an optimized query. So for instance, if I click here, so you, for example, it's not working, so you can just say I just want roles, just as an example, and then click on submit, and let's wait for it to create a query for you. And you see I just gave it this natural language, nothing fancy, so you don't have to be a guru in JSON or this AgentQL. There is not hardly anything to learn here. And you just paste it here, click on fetch data. Maybe I should have switched on this fast mode this time, but anyway, you see already it has given us the job roles here. Let me click on fetch data. This should be quicker this time. There you go, lightning fast. Now there are a lot of other things which you can do here. For instance, you can replace this URL with your own website. You see, I have just given it the URL of my own blog, which is fahadmirza.com. It is visible here, and then you can just fetch the data from here. Also, they have this scrape me here. You can just simply click here, and it is going to prepare your website for it. It is scraping it. Screenshot is in progress, and then once it has fetched your data, you can start using it quite easily. So for example, if you just want to retrieve the list of elements from here, which are the web elements or UI elements, you just something like this. I'm just giving you an example here. You just click here on fetch data. So because it couldn't find it, it's not returning you anything here, but you got the idea that how quickly and easily you can work with it. Likewise, you just want to get the headings on this page, you just do the headings and it has returned you the heading, and so on and so forth. Also, you can use AgentQL's own Chrome extension from Chrome's dev tool. So either go to Chrome Web Store and just type AgentQL, or just follow this link from their website, and then you can simply click on this add to Chrome and add extension, and that is going to add that extension quickly onto your local browser. And the installation of Chrome extension will bring you to this quick start page where you can even play around with it. So you see that if you just click on this extensions icon on the top right, you will see that AgentQL debugger is there, and then it is telling you how you can open it, how you can play around with it. So this is the dev tool, so how easy it becomes. And now in order to use it, I'm just going to click here, and then from here you can either press this icon and then you can go to impact, or you can simply do Control Shift capital I, and that is going to open this dev tool for you. From there you can click on this double arrow, select AgentQL, and then it is asking you your API key. This is the one which we grabbed, so I'm just putting it here. Maybe it will be good to have it in statics, but that is fine for now. Let's click on save. And there you go. So you have your own Chrome extension running. You can just start talking with it. For example, you can just say here, like this is the search button. This is the web element you want to grab. click on fetch web element. So this is a fetch web element. How good is that? Now if you look under this AgentQL tab, so you see that you can find the you can find the entry for the search button, and also if you hover over the entry, it highlights the elements on the page. This is really cool. So as soon as you go on search button, you see on the right hand side I'm hovering over it, and on the left hand side it is showing me. Also, if you click on page tree tab here and you just keep hovering it, it is showing you wherever you go, it is showing you what is what. It makes it so easy to just get an idea of your whole UI. And then these are the query results which we saw, and help is always readily available. And also this doesn't just end here. For example, if you just go to this search button, you see that there is this eye icon. So if you just click on that one, it has taken you there. And if you just click on this angular brackets, there you go. So you see, so the difference between these two is that clicking on eye takes you to navigate to the element on the page, whereas angular brackets takes you navigate to the element in the DevTools. Okay, so let's go back to this, and similarly you can run any other queries like headings, all the headings inside the article. Install a natural language. There you go. Quick start, AgentQL query, table of content. How good is that? And then once you click the fetch the data, it's very intuitive. It is fetching you the data itself. So this is how easy it is to run it through this Chrome extension. So now you know that you can try it out in Playground, you can try it out in Chrome extension. Let me show you one of my favorite ways of doing it, and it is through Python SDK provided by AgentQL, and that is one of the quite a powerful way of doing it. So let me take you to my terminal, and then we will install it first, the Python SDK. This is my terminal window where I'm running Ubuntu 22.04, but as it's just a Python SDK, you can install it on Windows, Mac, or wherever you have your Python. So let me clear the screen. First up, let's install this AgentQL, which is simple pip command, pip3 install AgentQL. Let's wait for it. It is quite lightweight, shouldn't take too long. And AgentQL is installed, and this warning simply means that it is not in my path. I can either just export my path environment variable, or I could put it in my shell profile for the permanency. Now that is all there is to it for the installation. Once your installation is done, next thing you need to do is to initialize this AgentQL. The command is quite intuitive. All you need to do is to run AgentQL init, and then it is going to ask for your API key after installing some of the dependencies. So let's wait. There you go. So let me enter my API key. And there you go. So it has entered my API key. It is asking me for my default. I'm just going to press enter here. And yeah, why not? Let's say download an example script. And that is all done. It says that AgentQL is now installed and ready to use. Also, you can just simply run this Python 3 example script.py, which it already has put it in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to simply use my VS Code to show you that, and we will also show you how you can run it quite easily. So this is just my VS Code, and this is an example Python script. And if you really go through this script, you can use it for your own purpose. It is so well written, and this actually sums up the whole main components of this AgentQL in SDK. So all it is doing, it is just specifying a URL after importing these libraries from AgentQL and Playwright, and then it is specifying your query. You can of course replace it with any other thing, whatever you want to do here. They are doing the search box query, product data query, and then our natural language prompt in simple English. And then this is a main function within the with block, which is searching the keyword fish after launching it. And then these are few of the functions it has defined around extracting the product data, because it is a sample e-commerce website. And then it is finding the DOM object there with the playwright, and then just querying the data with the query data function, and then adding the quillfish to the cart with AgentQL or whatever you want to do. You can easily alter it, and then it is calling it, and you just need to wait for it. So for the browser to launch and all this stuff. So, and if you want to run it, the command is quite simple. They already have given you here. So this is all you needed to run, like Python 3 and example script, and then press enter. And as soon as you press enter, it has opened up this. It is scraping it, and then it is going to return you the answer. You see at the top right. How good is that? There you go. And if you have used web scraping, you know how easy and quick this is. It has gone to the quillfish, and there you go. And this is the price currency. This is a quillfish, and what you can easily use this data wherever you like. For me, I believe as I said, one of my go-to tool for creating the data set. So really, they have changed the game here. Now, if you really just step back and think about this AgentQL, not only we have this playground, we have this debugger, we have this quick start. This actually performs the same task in various ways quite easily. So, even if you are using it for your business purposes, enterprise purposes, you can experiment with these syntaxes and queries on real sites. You can try natural language generation queries. You can experience regular versus fast mode, as I just showed you. And if you're a data engineer, just think about it, that before, developers and data engineers must put in a lot of time upfront developing a custom scraping script for each website they need data from. If they are going to do any additional processing for the data, they must spend additional time building AI and formatting pipelines to identify and shape the data they want. These scripts are typically brittle and site specific, requiring reinvesting time for every site scraped, and again for every time the site structure changes and breaks the automation. For instance, a script written for Redfin, for example, wouldn't work on Zillow, even though they contain similar data. Also, any changes to either site structure, such as UI updates or A/B tests, can break these scripts. Not only is initially creating the scripts laborious, maintaining them requires frequent manual intervention and updates. But with AgentQL, the whole game changes. Developers can write concise, reusable queries that work across multiple sites with similar data structures. Its AI powered selectors adapt to UI changes, significantly reducing maintenance overhead. For example, a single AgentQL query could extract listing data from both Redfin and Zillow and continue to function even after site updates, A/B tests, and even redesigns. AgentQL pinpoints the data necessary, removing the need to build custom LLM pipelines to sift through HTML soup. This approach allows developers to focus on data utilization rather than constantly updating scraping logic, leading to more robust and efficient data pipelines. Also, not only if you don't want to use Python, go with JavaScript. It also supports that. It also uses Playwright out of the box to query and automate data scraping, and you can find ease and perfect your query before runtime. And you already have seen that interactive debugging tool. So all in all, really good stuff here. As I will drop the link to it in video's description. Play around with it, let me know what do you think about it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask, and I'll be very happy to answer as always. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thanks for all the support.